Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Vera. Happy birthday to you.
Make a good wish. Everybody happy forever.
You should have said it.
Oh,
It's okay.
it's a secret.
That was a disguise wish.
From Serendipity Cafe, right here in Chigasaki, the home of the dumbest landlord in the world, is the Beach House with Takashi Umemiya. Tonight, Kina Makiwin. A phone conversation with the landlord. And music from Peppery P. And now, the next host of the Academy Awards, Uwe-chan!
Welcome to the Beach House. Thank you. Thank you for Well, tonight is February 20 and we suddenly have another episode because we just do what we do and we're trying to irritate the landlord. So we're here again.
We're here.
Yeah, that's why we're here. We are here in protest. And we're also
It's your rebel. It's not a fun.
well, it's not a rebel shirt, but we are, yeah. And we're also celebrating Vera's birthday. She's turning 51. So congratulations, Vera. She's on her way here. So I need to finish this monologue before she comes. Well, I didn't write any jokes because the last episode was just 3 nights ago, right? Yeah.
2 nights ago. One night.
2 nights.
2 nights ago. Yeah. So I don't have any jokes.
You
But-
don't ever have any jokes.
I don't have jokes.
I have a joke.
Well,
Not funny ones anyway.
I try to write jokes, but they're not funny. Well, there was a couple who, hey, you're playing too loud. A couple of soldiers back in the Philippines, in Sultan Kudarat, while in the battlefield, the guy proposed to his girlfriend in the battlefield. That marriage is to die for. Thank you. Oh, you know your joke just died when people are groaning,
They're dying.
dying. Sorry about that. Well, we have Kina tonight, and well, the reason we have Kina tonight was when we were recording the episode with Tom Meleski, we were talking about the gun control thingy. Yeah, when 17 people died, she was nodding enthusiastically, nodding to the point that she wants to say something, and so we have her here tonight. And also we have Petri P playing music for us, and he's playing already. He doesn't wait. If you can hear the guitar, that's him. And you haven't been here for. Shut up. When's the last time you were here?
Too long ago.
Too long ago, yeah. Too long ago.
It's always too long ago.
Yeah. So we have him here tonight. Yoo-hoo. Okay. We'll be right back.
We both know we can't restart the trouble. There's no point in believing, for our minds aren't a meeting. Who would want a tainted heart? And my mind is a doubting, reservations are mounting. For once we could, but now we can't. Oh, farewell, my sad love. It's time for two to disregard, let it go. To be against, not on the cards, don't you know? There's no point in believing, for our minds aren't a meeting. Who would want a tainted heart? And my mind is a doubting, reservations are mounting. For once we could, but now we can't. Oh, farewell, my sad love. Oh, farewell, my sad love.
Welcome back to the show. Thank you. Yeah, well, I just said welcome back to the show. Yeah. We have kids here, so we are PG.
It's gonna be noisy.
It's gonna be noisy. Well, speaking of noisy, or before we get to that noisy part, the reason we have the episode tonight is we were talking about guns and stuff and the government, and with Tom Meleski, and then Tina was there watching, and she was nodding, and you can tell that she wanted to burst out of her chair. No, wait. I need.
See, I can't help myself.
Now she wants to burst into her chair.
Yeah, you see? I need to introduce her for the third segment, and we're still on the second.
Oh, we're on the first.
Yeah. We're still on the second segment. Yeah, that's how we talk in Hollywood segments. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to hurry up, but we need to get something fixed.
Nothing.
Because as we were telling during the last as I said during the last episode, we had a trouble with the landlord here. So what I did was I brought the yellow pages, and we're gonna call We're gonna call the landlord.
You are.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
We're gonna call him and ask what's Hi there, Noah. This is Noah. We're gonna try to talk to the landlord. So here goes.
Maya, are you good?
Hello, Lord's residence.
Hello, I'm Takashi Umemiya from the Beach House. May I speak to the landlord of Serendipity Cafe?
Yes, speaking.
Well, just for preference, may I ask your whole name?
Oh, yeah, sure. Lord, landlord.
Are you busy at the moment? I want to speak to you about something.
Just make it quick. I don't have much time. I have to visit my brother.
Oh, you have a brother? May we know his name?
I actually have two brothers. One of them is drug lord. He's the one I have to visit in jail.
Okay, I'll make this quick. Do you remember last December when we were playing here and you came in and stopped the show? Why did you do that?
No, it was too noisy, man.
If it ain't noisy, it's not entertaining, is it?
That's exactly why I'm letting your talk show go on, though.
What do you mean?
Nobody's laughing at your jokes, buddy. They're not entertaining. They're not funny.
That's not fair.
Listen here, pal. Don't ever bother me again, or I have to call my other brother, Slumlord. He'll take your ass up.
Slumlord?
And he happens to be the President of the United States.
Oh. What a jerk. We'll be right back.
Best of me, saying that you got the key to make me turn my back and play. Ridiculous, thought along is ludicrous. I see no dilemma since we always seem to disagree. Time and time again, and you just never understand. Send eagles just to ground and fall in line with your demand. So you swing high, I'll swing low, we'll do this stand, share some blows. Victor, all the spoils going by the end of well now. See, you can get in the way, always run up in my face. Only one thing to say. I'm gonna take it low. If you don't let your guts bleed, then I just go on the street. The best is all we need. I'm gonna take it low. Get around is quiet. The bill has been wrong. You got this smile on your faces if you've already won. It's all a game to you, you in it for fun. So these hands bite your ass like you've been hit by a gun. It's just out of control. This feeling simply amazing. Release all this rage and aggression that I've been saving. Lost within this ecstasy, killing all of your fantasies. Instead I choose to put one, you'll always fucking think of me. See, you can get in my way, always all up in my face. Only one thing to say. I'm gonna take it low. If you gon' let your friends bleed, then I just go on the street. The pussy's all in me. I'm gonna take it low.
first, which camera? Okay, we have too many cameras here. We have 20. Our first guest or our only guest or wait. Our first guest is a regular here and she's a resident here in Chigasaki. This is Kina McEwen. Thank you for coming here. You need to shake my hand first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't give me.
Hey, thank you.
Oh, thank you. I didn't research anything because I didn't. Well, I'm
Just
still,
like Larry King.
yeah.
I didn't either.
Well, I didn't have time because I'm still editing the previous episode, and we need the mic in the middle.
It's just like Larry King, you know.
Am I allowed
Larry
to
King,
walk?
he made a point that he never searches anything about the guests who are coming into his show.
Which
So
show?
Larry King, you know Larry King, right?
Yeah, which show? The
Whatever.
CNN show or the Hulu show?
I don't know whichever show.
Because he has a staff on both shows.
But the point, he never researched, he never read any books, he never searched the internet for the people who came to his shows. Just that he can authentically ask the questions that people want to know. So he would not know what, you know.
Yeah. Well,
You know what to know, you know? He don't know.
yeah, I know exactly what you said. Well, I mostly I don't really research that much. I just stalk their Facebook page.
I don't have one now. But
You don't have one now. Well, always the
He
first
didn't talk very well, this knowledge.
the first question is always, where are you from? Originally.
originally,
Yeah.
I mean, my parents' roots or where I was born.
Well, we are all a little foreign in nature.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So
In many ways,
Yeah.
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 Okay, so my parents are Canadian. Both my parents are Canadian,
Mhm.
and so my roots are Canada. But then it goes back to Ireland, Scotland, England, even some France.
Mhm.
But I was born and brought up in Osaka, Japan.
Osaka, Japan.
Yeah.
I need to speak to my producers. Wait. Can we put a little bit more volume on the mic? Thank you. Because someone is playing music and we're trying to talk. Okay. Well, you've been here for how many years? Here in Chigasaki?
Chigasaki about 13, maybe 14, almost 15, 14 years maybe.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, 14 years. I'd
14
say.
years.
Yeah.
So, how many years has been the cafe here?
6 years.
6 years.
6. So you've seen the cafe grow, not grow, but you've been here since the beginning
Actually,
because
when
it doesn't, grow.
I actually lived right down the street,
Mm-hmm.
and at that time, this place was a little merchandise store, like in Japanese we say zakaya. And then I moved, and then it just so happened to be the owners of the cafe had a child in the kindergarten or nursery right behind my building, and that's where we met. And then they said, and then she said, the owner's wife said, yeah, we've got a cafe. Would you like to come? And I said, oh, I know that place. And so, and then like maybe 2-3 weeks later, I came over, and then ever since.
Ever since.
Yeah, so maybe 6 years. Not 5 years maybe. 5 years.
Well, you've been, you were here the. That's a big explosion.
Sound effects. Sound
Yeah.
effects.
We call it sound effects. AKA Mabo is trying to cook something.
Not trying, he is
Not
actually
trying.
doing it.
Well, we've been playing here since 2015, I think. Been three years. Yeah.
Okay.
And you've been coming here.
Yeah, since you guys have been coming, yes, I
Yeah.
guess.
Well, just a quick fact. The name Takashi, it used to be Takashi Umemiya and Friends. But I didn't want to use Friends because it sounds like a Sesame Street.
Sounds like we are friends.
Yeah. No, it sounds like a Sesame Street group.
You fucking asshole.
No. So I started calling it Takashi Umeme and the Comrades. I cannot take my name out of the band yet because, well, there's several reasons. But the name Takashi Umeme and the Comrades was first used here the first time Vera played.
Really?
Yeah. So Takashi Umeme and the Comrades
Really? And you
has
were not
been
informed.
used as a name together with Vera.
What?
It's here. Yeah, and Kina, Lisa, Vesna, Tanya. Why do you all have A's on your names?
It's a prerequisite.
Oh, okay.
There could be something deeper, but that's not.
Oh.
There's a study that the A is actually the most used letter.
Is it?
Wadesa.
Wadesa, Vera,
Oh.
Maya.
Maybe it's a girl thing.
Noah.
Every girl in here
Everyone
has
has
A's on her name.
Oh. That's right.
Ah.
The last, well,
Conspiracy. It's a conspiracy.
is it a conspiracy?
Oh.
I'm sure that it's something to do with Illuminati, man.
With the NA, especially Anunnaki. Anyway.
They killed JFK. They killed JFK.
The clitorati. The clitorati. It's the
Well.
clitorati. It's not the clitorati.
And
Okay.
they faked the moon landing.
It's my interview.
Oh, sorry.
You're the music guy. I'll speak to you though.
No trusting.
Okay. Well, we'll get to those points, though. We'll get to those points. When Tom Meleski was here, we were talking about guns, and I was sharing my opinion, and I can see you from here nodding, and you were nodding so much that the whole cafe was shaking.
It was like that, really.
Was
So-
it like agreeing or
No.
no way?
And then after that,
I had things to say.
yeah, after that we were talking outside, just a little bit, and I immediately thought that she has a lot to say about those things, and that's why we have her here tonight.
I hope I still have a lot to say today.
Yeah.
I had a lot to say yesterday.
Okay, let's get straight to the point we were making with, not with Tom, but we were making during when Tom was here. It's about guns. Yeah. The mass shooting in a school again. And the thing is, why is it always a lone gunman? Why is it always a crazy son of a bitch? Right?
Or are they crazy?
Because the thing is, here in Japan we have a lot of crazy people, and one of them hosts a talk show,
And drives a truck.
drives a truck and hosts a talk show, leads a band, but he doesn't kill people. He don't. I've seen
It's being close.
I've seen crazy people on trains yelling like a duck, but they don't kill people. So I'm always skeptical about lone gunmen and crazy people suddenly controlling a gun and shooting people. What do you think about those?
Well, as I sort of blurted out the other day, I believe it's a false flag. And it's funny how, like, I've been doing a lot of research on my own, and for starters, I used to always be anti-gun. Maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I was still kind of anti-gun. Just because, why not? Let's get rid of the things that can possibly, potentially kill people or whatever. But after I did a lot of research, there's this whole, I don't know if you want to go there especially, but this whole awakening kind of thing within me, especially after tsunami thing. I think it really hit me. And I started to question a lot of things. And then so I started going down the rabbit hole. and now I see all these things. Basically, it's so obvious. And that said, of course, you kind of stand back and say, sure, it might not always be a false flag, but the chances are of them being a false flag, especially when you know a lot of stuff and there's an agenda. Yeah, you kind of think that, that's part of the agenda. So it's kind of like, I guess there's a part of me that feels, okay, I want to do my research before I come to a conclusion, but then I do come to that quick conclusion of it's a false flag, and then maybe, loosen up a bit, but still realize, yeah, I guess it was a false flag.
False flag as in
False flag operation.
Not necessarily a hoax. Doesn't necessarily have to be a hoax. People might have gotten killed, but it seems to
we are talking about conspiracy theories right now.
Sorry?
We're talking about-
And I actually believe there are conspiracy facts.
Well,
Continue.
this is my opinion about conspiracy theorists. Because if you look into all of those, if you look straight into those theories, you won't be able to look beyond them, and you get stuck in those conspiracy theories. But conspiracy theorists have legitimate questions that don't get answered.
Yeah. So at least a lot of things
So
at least
it-
warrant more questions.
Yeah, it's good to pay attention to them, but not believe all of them.
True.
Yeah. For example, some people claim that there are lizard people here. I think it's David Icke's
David Icke.
yeah, it's his theory.
It's his whole thing.
Yeah,
Yes.
whole thing that there are lizard people here who are morphing into people and taking over the government. It's like if there's you see it's like people are making excuses for people that are corrupt. You don't have to be a lizard to be corrupt.
Sounds like
Well, true.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
True, but at the same time, I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that only because, let me explain. I'm not saying that. Oh, yeah, like in a sense, like it's not like all bad people are lizard people, but I really have this. It's a whole. Okay, so I've been doing a lot of spiritual work, and even in the spiritual work, which
Oh,
really involves.
wait.
Oh, we don't want to. We want to just
No, no, no,
stick to the dark?
no.
Light-
I
light
want you.
here?
To, I want.
Like a balance.
There's no.
I like the yin
No,
yang.
I want you to continue with the spiritual, but I have to ask first.
Okay,
Were you drunk or sober
right now.
Or high.
during the spiritual work? Because it will depend. I'm mostly drunk when I'm spiritual, if you know what I mean.
No, actually, I actually stopped drinking. I don't drink as much as I used to. Put it that way. So.
Okay, continue with the spiritual.
Okay. Now, what I wanted to say was, okay. So there's this spiritual work that I've been doing, and even within that, aliens come. There's the whole alien thing comes into the picture, and the fact that our origins are even our biological DNA has been tampered with. So our whole origin story, apparently, I'm going to say apparently because I can't prove it, but a lot of that has been tampered with. So there are lizard people, or reptilian.
Intelligent design.
Intelligent design.
Do you believe in aliens?
I do.
So that
Completely.
would imply you believe in intelligent design.
Yeah. So you mean like God?
Well, as in God would be the alien who designed our DNA.
Okay. So I do have. Okay. I believe.
You don't believe in God.
Okay.
I don't.
I don't either.
I'm an atheist and I'm a very scientific, I'm a skeptic and a scientific guy.
Okay.
So what you are saying like kind of hits a nerve, but that's okay. I'm just trying to
I understand.
get into the bottom of what is that.
Thank you for being gentle. Okay. No. I'm not.
I'm not going to brush it off.
When I say I kind of believe. I believe in a higher power. Put it that way. But when I say a higher power, I don't necessarily mean. A lot of people.
Extraterrestrial.
At this point, I just say God sometimes, just because for the lack of. Because I have to explain it all the time. Sometimes I actually explain it at the beginning. I don't believe in a God outside of you who is watching over you, like a patriarchal father figure who's watching over you, judging you. I believe in a higher power that you are a part of. You are, in a sense, you're an expression of God. Yes, you are God. Of course, I won't make the mistake of saying, I'm God, you're not. I wouldn't say that. I'm God, you are God as well. So I see that as, like even in Shinto, Japanese religion, like everything is God. So I see everything is God in that sense. We're all, however, we're manifesting, we're having a human experience. And when you have a human experience, there's an ego part, there's some limitations, because we come into this world with knowing, with agreeing to limitations, like we can't fly, for example.
We can't?
No. Okay. So, no, if we all decide that that is something that we all, as a humanity, because there's mass consciousness, if you really want to, if you decide that that's what you want to do, apparently it can be changed. Because on a spirit level, you actually can. But that goes really down another whole thing.
You can actually fly in certain circumstances. It's a feeling of flying.
So there's a lot that goes into completely, when I talk about spirituality, there's always levels. There's a third dimensional earthly realm where we are embodying a human body, where we experience what it is like to be human with an ego, but we still have that divine spark, in a sense. So we do have a lot of potential in us, but we agree to come to this earth to work on issues or whatever, and we agree, okay, so there's gravity, damn it, okay, so I can't fly that easily. Unless you really, really want to work on it, then you can create your own bubble.
But the Earth is still round, right?
Okay.
It's round.
I thought about that. Don't worry. I shouldn't say don't worry, because I haven't gone down that rabbit hole, and I don't.
It is though.
And okay, but what I'm saying is, actually, no, I believe you. I believe the Earth is round. Yes. However, when people say there are a lot of some of my friends actually believe in the flat Earth theory, and as far as I'm concerned, it's kind of like, okay, it's something that I haven't researched. You could be right, you could be wrong. I could be right, you could be wrong, or I could be right.
They are scientifically wrong.
Okay, that could be the issue. The fact is, I haven't actually looked into it, but I'm not going to. I have this thing about I don't want to ridicule people, mock people, because maybe one day might be kind of like you might be the one who's kind of like, oh God, I was wrong. There's a part of me that says that.
You will never be wrong on saying that Earth is round.
Okay.
But I understand what you're saying on
yeah.
other spiritual things.
I guess I just want to be open as possible.
Wait.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take over that.
Wait.
Yeah, what?
Wait. The question was.
What was the question?
What was the question?
The question was, do you believe in aliens?
Yes, I believe in aliens. Yes.
I had to bring it back to Earth.
Yes. I believe in aliens because.
Wait. Because this is the point. When you believe in conspiracy theories, the always assumption is that you also believe in aliens.
No, it's a separate thing.
Wait. And my thing is, I don't give a shit if there are aliens or not, because we have too much problem here on Earth to be consumed by what's outside of it.
The other one is a scientific question. The other one is a mind question.
Yeah, but see, we were talking about conspiracy theories, and I had to ask because that's also been asked to me if I believe in aliens, and I don't. If they're there, more power to them. If they're not, well, I don't care.
What we don't know, don't hurt.
I think it's something like for instance, for me, it's always.
Sorry. For example, we are using too much resource looking for planets outside.
Why? That's science.
Yeah, that may be science, but if those money can be used to feed more people here.
If all the money that US is using to bomb other countries that have not done nothing wrong and use that money to feed people on some other countries, all problems have been solved.
Yeah, we're gonna.
It's like a percentile of global research that is being used to search extraterrestrial life forms compared to what US is using to bomb other countries. That's not a point that you can make, man.
No, we'll get to the war in a minute. But
no.
You're talking.
Well, I think there's a secret space program anyway. there's just a lot
See,
of stuff that's
see,
been,
the point is, people are looking for planets in habitable planets outside. NASA is and
Not only that.
they always explanation is one day we can move there.
But do you say that's waste of money?
Yeah.
And
Why can't we protect this Earth instead of leaving this? Why can't, for example, relieve? Wait, what the fuck is that, that reaction? Why can't we protect this Earth?
we should.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, we
Instead of looking for another planet.
But I think you're targeting the wrong thing. You're targeting science instead of targeting governments who are using money to destroy this earth.
Yeah.
The science is not trying to destroy this earth, but trying to preserve this earth by looking beyond. The governments are trying to destroy this earth by destroying other people, other countries, like oil, coal, instead of
Hey.
researching.
We'll get to
You know
that.
what I'm talking about,
You
right?
will get to that.
Yeah, man. Science is good. Every money that goes to science is good money.
Not everyone. Well,
except there's a lot of science that is a lot of scientific. What's the word? A lot of science that we know, I believe, is actually false or manipulated, put it that way, to serve a lot of agendas. So let's say even if the science is there's a lot of science that is actually used to manipulate the public into believing certain things, whatever. And I don't want to get into vaccines or anything right now, but when we talk about aliens, no, when I think of aliens, I just think, without getting, okay, I guess this is like such a broad topic. To me, it's just kind of like we are humans here. There's just so much out there, and I believe, God. Your question is, do I believe in aliens? So I'll just have to say yes. You can go on with asking me other questions or whatever to tie it into what we're talking about, because this is a big topic.
the only reason I asked that question is because that's always assumed of conspiracy theories.
Okay. Yeah, I do.
That we all believe in aliens. By the way,
but can I say one thing?
Okay.
Before I ever got into conspiracy theories, though, I was before that I was always into the spiritual thing. And the spiritual thing to me was just the fact that there's more to this. There's just more to this. And at least that was the starting point. And so I was always like looking to the stars, looking to figure out more about how we create our reality, that kind of thing. More esoteric, occult, even occult, I guess you can say, because occult only means hidden. But in that scenario came the aliens for me. It wasn't because of the conspiracies. I want to make that clear, because to me it was kind of like I've got the spiritual and the aliens as kind of like, well, we're here, they're there, and as a spirit, as energy beings, we're all. I mean, people. I believe in it. People come from different planets to manifest themselves or incarnate on Earth, and it's kind of like to me. I just have to say that because I realize some people are kind of like really. I think everything is just so much bigger than what we think. And so the conspiracy thing actually came later. So I guess what I wanted to say was I was kind of more really involved with the, just for lack of a better way of saying it, more like the light side of things. Like, who am I? Like, why did I come here? All of that. And then I started to see a lot of crap. And I went down that rabbit hole. And when I went down that rabbit hole, it connected to things that I was actually studying as well, in spirituality. So to me, I'm not saying that's any proof. Some people may come from 5 angles. To me, it's 2 angles, came together, things like dots connected. And to me, it's kind of like, and even then, even though this is the case, there's probably, obviously, a lot of things that I don't know. And if I'm wrong on some things, that's fine too. But I just don't, I guess what I want to say is, like, everybody is kind of sees things slightly different. But I don't want to say to anybody that you're wrong, because what do I know? I could be wrong.
That's exactly what I'm trying to say, you know. I'm like,
Sorry,
I'm trying to base
you should
my
hear.
knowledge into science.
Yes.
And science as scientists say, you know, everything that you make in science, it's not you make one assumption and then that's the proof. No, it has to be peer-reviewed,
Yes.
repeated, and so on and so on, right? Like many people have to agree that this is actually scientific truth, which is not happening in conspiracy theories or anything else. But that said, me being a science guy, you know, I'm not a science guy. I don't make science. I don't have that capacity. But I believe in science. And that said, if somebody proves me that the thing that I believe is wrong with solid proof, then I'll say I'm wrong.
I get that. I get that, and
And
I
like
think
that is the end.
that's fine. That's fine, or that's one way of looking at things.
Yeah,
So it's
but it has to be proved from many different angles.
true. One
Wait
thing
up,
though.
wait up. We're getting way off topic because
But can I
I'm-
say
No,
something?
actually,
Science though?
it's in the core of the topic.
But have you considered quantum mechanics?
Exactly.
Because
And
there's a lot of
that's
things
where
coming up.
That's where we go now. That's where we go, right?
Yeah.
And
So
that turns everything into its head.
yes.
Yeah.
And as far as I'm concerned, a lot
General
of-
relativity might be up on its head, but there are recent studies that actually came out last week that there might not be dark matter, there might not be dark energy, that it's actually a quantum fluctuation that makes the whole universe fluctuate so fast, but it just fluctuates a little bit,
okay.
and that makes the expansion going on, and like, I think we're talking about the same thing here.
Yeah, but actually, honestly though, I'm not like I said quantum mechanics, but it's not like I'm an expert on that. It's just that there's a lot of things that actually prove consciousness, and as far as I'm concerned,
Quantum
because
mechanics only prove relativity exists.
well, I don't know if have you ever heard of the double slit experiment?
Yeah.
Even that.
hey.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
something.
okay, something going on.
Something might happen actually
Guys.
before you know it.
But
Schrodinger's cat.
guys,
yeah, there's that too. But
we have a
Okay.
lot to talk about, and we're getting stuck on science and planets and stuff.
Sorry.
And the only planet I'm interested in
Earth.
is Uranus.
oh,
Why are you looking at me, man?
You're from Uranus.
Yeah, we'll be right
Stop
back.
looking at me.
Okay. Hey, we need to go back to
I need some more wine.
Yes. No more.
AP. I need you there. I need you there.
What?
You said he said something during the break, and yes, we do have a commercial break.
More wine.
He said something during the break
Liars.
that conspiracy theories are not real, or
The most of 99% of the conspiracy theories are actually conspiracies on themselves, just to make you think that there are conspiracies somewhere where there are none. And
wait. I have to say something about this though. For a rebel, that's too straightforward of you to believe in everything the government is saying.
I'm not believing what government is saying. That's not what I'm believing in.
See,
Not
it's
at all.
conspiracy.
I believe in science.
Wait. Conspiracy theory is a theory that the government is not explaining yet.
Yeah, but if
For
you-
example, let's talk about 9/11.
Okay, let's talk about that.
If you're really
Okay, I don't know about that. That might
Yeah.
be actually a good one.
you see?
But nobody knows about that shit.
Yeah, nobody
You
knows.
agree there are some that are theory facts. I mean,
Yeah.
conspiracy facts.
Yeah, but how far will you go with that? How
No,
far will you go? with
if you go into laser bullcrap, then you're lost. But the questions are still, why did it fall in a free fall?
Yeah, no, another question.
Especially Building 7. Eh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
especially Building 7.
yeah, building 7, and
And
also
that's what I'm thinking.
yeah,
Building 7. Everything else is in science except Building 7.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's not that conspiracy theories are all crap, but there are questions inside of there that the government is not explaining. That's why I'm saying it's necessary to listen to them, to pay attention to them, but not believe in everything they say.
I think I'm going to go back to my previous point. It's necessary for science to come and explain.
Dude, don't be a scientist. Just be
I'm
human.
I am definitely not a scientist.
Okay, okay.
And
Because I'm the interviewee, can I say something?
Okay.
There are a lot of architects, for instance, who have come out and actually are saying things against the official story.
That is true.
All of these things are being suppressed.
Yes.
Some people are even being killed.
Many of them, not all of them.
Yeah, I said some. And, yeah. So I'm not saying, but there are a lot of people who do actually, who are professionals in, architects or who know, how things burn or whatever. I'm not really a technical person in that sense, but there's a lot of suppression there.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of architects and structural engineers who say that the collapse of the buildings that way is possible.
But perhaps. Okay. So okay. Well, I'll just have to admit, just for the sake of whatever, is I realize that you have to look. The best thing as a person is to look at everything. However, I've really turned against the government because I've learned, and I admit that, and that's why I was saying before that yes, I see things as conspiracy. I understand that there is that kind of like, oh, that's a conspiracy. I understand that. So I do that. I'm just admitting to the fact that I'm only human. That happens because of the stuff that I've been seeing. However, I do step back. I do look before I speak. But I really do believe there is an agenda. And it really matches up with the agenda.
I want to say here that I agree with you. Like, there might be scientific things, like how the buildings went down, but how the planes were able to come into the city and hit the buildings without
Being
them
intercepted.
being intercepted and shut down.
Whether
There's something that doesn't compute.
okay.
And like, I agree that there is some shit going on. Because they were having an exercise at the
Drills,
same
yes.
time. They had planes in the air 50 miles away. That's 1 minute for an F-15 plane.
So at least you're saying that
F-16 plane.
at least maybe something was up that
There was
it was
definitely something
allowed to
going on.
happen. At least.
Something was allowed to happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or there was a huge misinformation or a break in the information chain going on somewhere.
The thing is,
And as a former military officer, that happens.
Can I say something? Can I say something about 9/11?
but
When they were having these hearings for the 9/11 Commission, there was one information that was suppressed. It was, I think he was with, I think he was with Dick Cheney at that time, and an officer came into the bunker to ask Dick Cheney, does the order still stand? And he was talking about a stand down order. Stand down. There was a stand down order not to intercept the planes. And also there was a news report. I was paying attention to the news.
Actually explained as in stand down, that he understood it to be the air military exercise.
Yeah.
The air, whatever the
I
flight's
think
going
Dick
on.
Cheney is very evil.
Yeah, but
Wait.
however it goes, it was all bullshit. Like they made so
Yeah.
many bad decisions on
Yeah,
that day.
let me talk first. There was a news report during that time. I was paying attention to the news. Osama bin Laden was one of the people who denied it. And during the news, when I was watching the news, and
Yeah.
all the news were flowing like piss
Crazy, yeah.
during those times.
From
There was a news report that said Osama bin Laden is in a hospital.
Dialysis.
Yeah, during that time, and he was one of the people who denied it. But regardless of he did it or not, there was another news report that there was a van stopped by the police just near there,
That's
and
the
there,
Israelis.
Israelis.
Yeah.
Israelis.
They were there to
What
record
if
the event.
what if the Mossad did that, and to blame Al Qaeda, because there was an operation that was rejected by JFK called Operation Northwoods,
Yes.
that they're gonna attack US, the US, and then blame it on Cuba.
you guys realize that you're putting what if in front of every sentence you say.
Yeah,
I didn't say what if. But, you know.
But that's what it is. And like I'm not saying that that's not the possibility.
yeah.
But that's just what if.
And there's
Well-
a lot of there was insurance
It's
on.
impossible to know anymore.
Yeah, if it's impossible, but if you're not a critical thinker, then you're just gonna follow the government.
I am a critical thinker. And I'm not believing the government, but I'm not also believing you.
Yeah,
And like I hear them, I hear you.
but
I
during
make my own decision.
during JFK's
But
time,
my
wait,
decision is
wait,
I don't know.
during JFK's time, the Council of Generals, what do you call those?
Yes.
Those? Yeah.
Council of Generals.
Yeah,
Something like
they
that.
were the ones who pushed Operation Northwoods to JFK.
Yeah.
which got him killed in the end.
Yeah. See, how can you say that it's not a possibility then?
I'm not saying that's
Okay, yeah, okay.
you miss me there. I'm not saying that it's not a possibility.
Yeah.
I'm saying that is a possibility, but it's a possibility as well that there is no conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Okay, one thing though, there
The
is.
one-man shooter is scientifically proved.
Actually, no. Oswald?
It is.
Oswald? Did you see the JFK files? Okay, I'll admit, I didn't read everything. But for instance, Hitler was in Argentina. That was actually basically a fact. And Oswald was not the only shooter, was basically also written in there. So, sometimes when these things come up, I can say that, okay, it's not like, maybe it's like a circumstantial 90% evidence.
See where your reference is coming from?
JFK files? What's wrong with that?
But
Because those are official
Official.
things that were declassified.
yeah.
And there is a thing that there's one thing that the deep state has to do. They do have to declassify, and that actually comes into my spiritual stuff. They have to actually show it to us right in front of our faces. And if we say that, okay, whatever, kind of like the point is, there are some facts that are right in your face, but people will disregard it. And the fact that when you do that, you're actually giving them permission to continue doing what they're doing.
Yeah, okay.
But there is something. Okay.
As,
And
if we just, I'm sorry, if we just zero in this one specific event, JFK killing,
oh, okay.
yeah. Actually, the distance from the book depository to the car, the car is not going past you. The car is going away from you, and it's not a long distance. And if Lee Harvey Oswald was a sniper, like they say he was,
And he worked for the CIA.
That is in his military records. He was a sniper, right?
Yes. And he
And
worked
he
for
was,
the
he was
CIA.
experienced with the rifle that he had, and now I'm going to
I think there are two shots.
and
too.
now I'm going to back to my military service, where I used to shoot sniper rifles. I shot a target this big from 1 kilometer away. Non-moving target. But it doesn't matter if it's moving away from you or to you. It's still a stationary target. He could have shot those 3 shots from 100 meters away. That's the distance actually. It's not that far away. He could have done those 3 shots easy. And he wouldn't even need to be a good shot. This is true. This is something that I can say from my experience.
Okay, one thing,
Yeah.
one thing I will admit to.
But this is just one example. And I agree there are other things that cannot be explained like 9/11.
Wait,
I agree with that.
Wait, can I interject on the JFK thing?
You're the interviewer.
Well, if Lee Harvey Oswald is really the only man in there, then why did the police kill him? Why didn't
That's
he,
another question.
why didn't they let him go to
Why did they
trial?
kill hundreds of other black
No,
guys
why
without
don't
any
they?
guns?
Why didn't they let the case go to trial?
Yeah, well,
Just to squeeze more.
he was a good president. He was a good president. They liked him.
Well,
You killed our president. Poo poo.
well, can I inject
They
more?
hated him.
Hey.
It's my stance.
Can I inject another
Oh,
theory?
you would be really
Wait.
angry. Right?
Can I inject another theory
Go for it.
that's connected to that? There was a group that was in the Bay of the Pigs, CIA group.
Yeah. In Cuba.
In Cuba.
Yeah.
They are being linked to the JFK killing all the way down to Watergate.
Yeah.
And it's the same guy. And one of the guys, I forgot his name, confessed on his deathbed.
Yeah. That proves it's true.
No, but I'm just saying, if you pay attention to them, not believe them, but pay attention to them, then maybe,
I mean,
Yeah, I've heard that already.
but when you think of somebody on a deathbed,
yeah.
wasn't lying. I can't see that happening. But you have a point. I'm not saying that, not necessarily. I'm just saying if I was on my deathbed, I would be like, I'm going to be dying anyway, so I might as well confess.
Let us see.
I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying.
Another direction, you know. Like many so communist within the Cold War, double agents. They were subjected to torture by both sides. Never said anything to incriminate either side. Like, you can still be in that mind state. It doesn't matter to you when you're dying anyway.
Yeah, well, no. As I said, no.
It doesn't matter if you don't really believe that there's anything for you beyond that deathbed. Why would you? You just want to help your friends.
Maybe they know
Because
more.
for
Maybe
you,
they
there's
know there
nothing
is
else.
something behind things. Because, well, my idea is people who are in the deep state they actually know a lot of occult things that they want to suppress. They don't want us, the general public, to know.
That's probably true.
And if that is, I'm just saying, just for lack of, let's say that's true. Then they probably have a lot of things that they feel they might have to confess. But I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that's how I would see it. And that's maybe that, some people didn't even have access to that information.
No, it's definitely true that there's so many people who have access to things that we don't have access to, and they don't want to say it. And even on their deathbed, if they do say it, you just think it's crazy. And definitely there's people who have access to. Yeah, of course.
That too.
Makes sense.
So I didn't.
That makes all sense, right?
My intent here wasn't really an argument. Just kind of saying that you've got your opinion, I've got mine.
Exactly.
So in that sense, it's like you can go both ways.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
Well,
But one thing I do want to say, though, with the conspiracies, there's always kind of an agenda behind it where they're looking the deep. I just say deep state. You can say the cabal, the Illuminati, or whatever. They're looking for support for another war. And so, like 9/11 was the excuse to go into Iraq.
Exactly.
And to me, that makes a lot of sense.
I
So a lot
totally
of
agree with that.
yeah.
okay.
War is big business.
Okay.
So,
Well,
so in a sense, for you, it's kind of like, okay, maybe it wasn't all a conspiracy, but at least they let it happen and whatever. It happened. Okay, that's fine.
Okay,
And to
but-
me, it was like
hey.
deeper, but I wouldn't say I knew exactly.
Can I talk now?
Yes, you can talk.
Okay.
Who are you?
Where's my onion rings?
I'm sorry.
Where's my onion rings?
I'm sorry with the
Created it. Did you
Where's our onion rings? I thought it was going to be shared among all of
There's
us.
some fries.
You were talking a lot. Didn't have time to.
Okay. Can I talk now?
Yes, you can talk.
Okay.
You want to take over your
No, see,
thing now?
I was getting to something, and you guys are not allowing me.
Sorry.
The reason I was asking about 9/11 and JFK is all conspiracy theories go straight to a group called Illuminati, right? Do you believe that or not?
I do, but when I say, if somebody asks me who are the Illuminati exactly, I wouldn't be able to answer you. I know there's a scenario where there's like 13 bloodlines, but I also hear a lot about that. A lot of people are also compromised, kind of brought into they're not part of the bloodline, but they are brought in. So in that sense, yeah, I wouldn't be able to explain it anyway. So when I say, okay, so I'm kind of really making things a little too much.
Well,
The point is, yeah, Illuminati. Who are the Illuminati? I really can't tell you exactly, what they are.
well, if
There are rogue elements in the world.
If the Illuminati is the most powerful secret organization in the world, then they're also the most stupid group in the world. The whole thing about secret is,
And that's
you're
what-
supposed to be secret. But I don't think the Illuminati exists. But
It's been disproved.
there are people who are in control that is, I think, similar to what the Illuminati does. No.
So, and
Well, you can say that, the Rothschilds.
that's why I won't define it. I won't define it because it's very complicated.
Right now, if they even if they wanna admit it or not, it's the American Empire.
I believe there's a lot of Israeli Zionism involved.
Well, Zionism is involved, but the thing is, all the businesses that are included in those wars, because the war is a big business, just like it said.
That's
That's
what I agree
always
with.
always been the case. Yeah.
Yeah, and
My question is why? Why or it's just always deeper. It's not just that. People know that.
well, if you go too deep, you'll get lost though.
I'm not getting lost.
If
Things
you,
are getting
The
clearer for
equation
me.
is really simple.
it's
Rich people want to get richer,
Yeah.
and they invest in more.
Yeah, but if you spend your life, especially those conspiracy theorists that spends all their life looking for this Illuminati, then how many presidents are you gonna let pass just to look for those.
Well, the thing is, it's not the presidents; it's the people controlling the presidents.
Yeah,
and even that's always been like, presidents are always
Yeah.
always the
It's just a
You
hint
see-
yeah,
figure.
yeah, yeah. So that's also kind
Yeah,
of like a
but
common
you
thing,
see,
right?
for example, in the U.S., the Democrats and the Republicans, they always say,
They're both.
yeah, but they're both being funded by the same companies. So there's your Illuminati right there. The companies that are
It's not a
funding those.
secret society behind
Yeah.
everything. It's something that you see every day,
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
NRA, Walmart.
Yeah, that's what I'm
McDonald's.
saying.
I know. I was
If
saying.
you try looking for those people who are the Illuminati, I think you'll get lost because the answer is already right there.
It's to mislead you from seeing the big picture.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying about getting lost in those conspiracy theories because there's also an operation called Mockingbird
Yes.
where the CIA apparently, or is this already a fact?
I think it's similar to MK Ultra. It's
Yeah.
pretty out there. Oh.
That they will intentionally mislead people. That's why I used to listen to what Alex Jones used to say, but when he started saying
Maybe no more.
no more, even before Trump though.
Can I say one thing more? The fact sometimes I come to that too. Even as I say this, I do have strong beliefs, but I want to be open-minded, and so even if people have different beliefs, I won't, as I was saying, the flat Earth theory. I wouldn't mock them because that's something where I don't actually agree, but I won't go there, or I won't mock them. But what I want to say is that even if the big joke is on me, there was a big effort to kind of screw with my mind, and to me, it's kind of more proof for some more evil in this society. That's how I see it.
Well, speaking of evil in the society, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Let's talk about religion then.
Oh,
Vatican.
Not just the Vaticans. Okay.
I don't think I can talk about religion.
Yeah. You see,
I'm anti-religion too, so.
I'm atheist.
I think the only difference between us is I do believe in God, but I do not believe in religion.
Okay, that's interesting. We never talked about this.
Yeah.
It
We never
depends
talked
on.
about this. I don't believe in God. And
So you're
I've
talking
read the
about organized
Bible.
religion, right?
I'm talking about organized religions. Why do you have to be in a religion to believe in God?
Yeah.
I have my own reasons to believe in God.
Okay, tell me about your God.
He's the maker.
Make everything.
Not everything. He made us.
What about Darwin?
Hmm?
What about Darwin?
He
What
made
about
He made Darwin too.
fossils? Like did he made us like about 1 billion years ago?
Well, the fact that we can feel love is for me the definition of God.
You know, actually, I don't disagree with you on that.
Yeah.
For me, God, love is God.
Yeah.
It's within us all.
Yeah.
But
That's exactly what I was saying.
but it didn't create us, man. That's an evolution created us.
Well, if God exists, then why don't you think He used evolution to create us?
No, I don't think.
You see, God, for some people, God exists as an explanation for everything.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Yeah. So,
For me, it's not like that.
you see, I think the reason I'm inserting religion into our conversation is because I think religion is also a conspiracy.
It is.
I do too.
It is.
Because-
that's
I
the
do too.
biggest
You see,
conspiracy.
Yes, it is. It's
For
a
example-
control
Reason for
people.
all wars.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's to control people.
For example, Jesus Christ.
I think he's a good
Let's talk
guy.
about Jesus.
Yeah,
He was
Jesus.
a good guy.
Yeah, and before all of this, I was brought up a Catholic, Roman Catholic.
All right.
I started questioning it when I was young, and then everything broke loose when they changed the Apostles' Creed lately.
Yeah.
And the priest was explaining that, well, they have a council of bishops, right?
Yes.
And then whatever whatever the decision will be, it will be the decision in heaven, which I thought was bullshit. Who are you to control heaven?
Exactly.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
if the Pope
And
is so
who's gonna say that this order is coming from heaven?
yeah, and also if the Pope is so holy, why doesn't he stop the wars? Thou shalt not kill is thou shalt not kill is in the Ten
And why
Commandments.
doesn't he tell his bishops to stop molesting little boys?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
What-
I'm completely anti-religion. Organization. However,
Yeah.
with my spiritual studies, I can see there's a lot of things that religious people, because even religious people, there's all kinds of people, right? People who are kind of more aware that, okay, I don't have to go to church, I can pray at home. And for instance, even praying itself is not necessarily, it's just more of an energy thing. It's not necessarily, how can I say it? Well, like I was saying before, I don't believe in a God outside of you who's kind of ready to kind of judge you. I don't believe that. I just think that we're all God, we're all connected, that kind of thing. So it's kind of like, I'm very anti-religion organization. I think you agree because of that,
Yeah.
where you came from, right?
Well,
But there's a lot of ideas. Love. If religion equals, I wouldn't say religion. Jesus equals love, then it's like, hey, Jesus, cool. But it doesn't. It's not. Jesus is not the only one.
Jesus is not even God.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
He
He's the
didn't
Son
say
of
he is God. He said he was the Son of God. But you see,
But maybe he also meant like I'm God, you're God.
No, he
That's
didn't
not-
mean that.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's fine.
Because the priest when Christianity was developed or became an organization, the priests, the people after Jesus, and I'm talking about hundreds of years after Jesus, were the ones who were talking about the Trinity and stuff. Jesus never said any Trinity. He said, the Sermon of the Mount said, Our Father. Our Father.
There's only one.
That's already a pinpoint that he's not God, it's the Father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's only one book that says that. Like there's no history proof.
And also, you see, all Christian religions are all Christians. Either you're a Catholic or you're Protestant or you're a Mormon or
Yeah.
they're all arguing about a book, about a book, the Bible that is incomplete and compiled by a murderer.
See, there was somebody who said this was like okay, you believe in this God. If this is your God, then by right you should be entitled to destroy all the other people who don't believe in your God. But if your God is actually not the God, that the other guy's God is the God, so then they're gonna be able to destroy you. So finally there will be nobody left, right?
Are we taking too long?
No, continue. Go ahead.
Okay.
We're gonna cut this out.
Well,
We need her.
She got a pizza.
okay, we need her. Well, this is my
Antithesis.
no, this is my thing with religion. They all looked at Jesus as a spiritual being, but if you look at it politically, Jesus was the greatest rebel to ever live.
I agree with that.
He went after the government and religion itself.
I want to say something,
Mud?
if I can.
Yeah, because
No.
she went somewhere.
She went to pee, and now I'm gonna make my stand here before she gets her. So how I see, like I read the Bible 2-3 times through, like both Old and the New Testament, before I renounced my release from all Christianity. I don't believe in God. I did believe in historical Jesus for a while, about 10 years, until I found out that was not actually, that couldn't have been possible. There were no historical Jesus. There are many studies that say there was a historical Jesus, like a young guy, around 2,000 years ago who went around saying that love is good. But what I think that Bible has good fucking things, man. It says love everybody like you want them to love you.
Yeah.
That's an awesome advice. And there's other advice that is good as well. Not that you should kill your brother.
Yeah, wait. Can I interject something?
Go for it.
All books in the Bible are not really written by the people around Jesus.
No.
For example,
most of them are not.
Letter of Paul to the Corinthians. That Paul was years or decades after Jesus, and he was the one explaining that.
If you're talking about New Testament, all of them were written.
No, you see, this is my problem. Sorry, this is my problem with religion. If you're a Christian, you are prevented from believing in Muhammad, and if you're a Muslim, you're prevented from believing in Jesus.
Exactly right.
Yeah, but the thing is, the Torah, the Tanakh, the Bible, the Quran are all parts of history.
Exactly, but are they historically compliant? They're not.
Even if they're not compliant, you would only know once you're not here. Whether you believe in heaven or not, you would only know everything.
But
you would only know everything once you're gone. Even if you don't believe in heaven or not, even whatever your belief is after you die, you would only know this after you die.
So
Then why waste your life hating on other religions when you can be just a human? God only created humans. He didn't create Jews, He didn't create Christians, He didn't create Muslims.
And just concentrate on the best of everything, the love.
Yeah.
Be as good as you can today to people around.
Yeah.
I think
We agree with that, right?
That's
We can take a break
but
now.
that's what the Bible is saying.
Yeah.
That's what Jesus is saying.
And you were
Yeah.
saying
In the
there were some
Bible.
good things
Yeah.
about it.
And like, I don't care if Jesus was made up by some guy, Paul or John or who the other guys were.
I think it's
Yeah,
God gave him
but
birth.
who gives a shit? If you really boil it down, like I'm a chef, I boil everything down to get into bottom of it, like until you have only the essence of the whole shit. And the essence of the whole shit in Bible is love each other.
So let's take a break with that. At least we
Except
all agree that love
if
is
you omit the Old Testament,
The
it
next
says kill everybody.
Well, wait. The next break would be the last segment, so we're gonna have to end this discussion.
We're done with it.
But before we go, what is your opinion on, because you were in a religion before, right?
No, I was never religious.
You were never religious.
Okay, well, like if you would say in family line, you know,
Yeah.
like for example, Japanese would be, many would be Buddhists or Shinto or whatever. I was Protestant, but my parents never believed in God in the sense of, you know, let's go to church and, you know, worship. There's nothing like that. So in the family line, we're Protestant, not Catholic. But no, I never believed in God in that light, in that context. Put it that way. But I've always believed in something bigger than us that I am a part of, and that in a sense I'm also that.
Okay.
But in a human form right now.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well,
That's my idea. But it all comes down to love.
yeah. Every single conspiracy is always about something, a higher power hiding behind the president. I think religion also is something like that. People are being divided by people. And also in conspiracies, I think ideologies are being used to divide people.
That could be that's possible. That is possible. I won't deny that, because I mean honestly, in many ways, I'm at a point where even though I don't want to be especially caught up in the left-right paradigm, even though I don't want to, there is a big part of me that does get influenced, and I keep trying to tell myself, step back, look at the bigger picture. I'm only human, but I see that. So even in my own spiritual or human or whatever process that I'm in, it's always kind of like, kind of weaving through things. I may say something different eventually, but I'm always for something more expansive than something limited. Like religion in the sense of the dogma, like you have to do this, you have to do that, you're going to be punished if you do that or whatever. I'm kind of more like, if you do something wrong, it's going to kick you in the ass. But it's basically you.
Yeah.
And it's not some guy
Yeah.
in the sense, that's going to be waiting for you to, kick your ass. It's you. It's you.
Well, it's you.
Yeah, basically it comes down to that.
On that note, Kina, thank you for
Thank you. That
being
was good.
here in this very long discussion.
No,
Yeah.
it was a pleasure.
Yeah. Thank you for coming down, and we'll be right back with Pet Therapy.
I'm not going outside 'cause I wanna miss the show. I'm not sleeping upstairs 'cause I wanna feel low. I've locked up all my windows and I've locked up all my doors. 'Cause there's a storm coming from a lonely distant shore. Backing up the traffic, disconnecting all cars. It's heating up the plastic, turning sunshine into stars. I've locked up all my windows and I've locked up all my doors. There's a storm coming from a lonely distant shore. I've locked up all my windows and I've locked up all my doors. 'Cause there's a storm coming from a lonely distant shore. I'm not going outside 'cause I wanna miss the show. I'm not sleeping upstairs 'cause I wanna feel low. Locked up all my windows and I've locked up all my doors. 'Cause there's a storm coming from a lonely distant shore.
Okay, we're back. Yeah, we're immediately back. Okay. To close out this episode, here, coming back to Serendipity Cafe after a very, very long time. This is Pet Therapy.
I posted. I hope that's okay. Is anybody watching our webpage? Our Facebook? Our Instagram?
Always have to be ahead of everyone.
Sorry.
Joka päivä mä jään häntä ikkunan tuijottamaan. On onnesta soikee, kun tiedän, että hänet saan. Tyttö tuollainen, aivan ihmeellinen. Vaikka kaikki häntä yrittää, minulle hän jää. Me naimisiin mennään ja perhekin perustetaan. Ja kotona juoksentelee 3 kakaraa. Perhe tuollainen, aivan toinen. Mä toivon, etten unta nää, mut kuva häviää. Se on pelkkää kuvitelmaa. Pilviä hipoo päähän. Se on pelkkää kuvitelmaa. Ei yhtään enempää. Joka päivä häntä ajattelin, ja jonain päivänä hän huomasen. Katso minun punastun, ei kelpaa hänelle nyt kukaan muu. Kun hän mua suloisesti rakastaa, ja sylinsä ja puristaa. Ja korviini mä kuulen musiikkia, ja sanat menee tietenkin. Se on pelkkää kuvitelmaa. Pilviä hipoo päähän. Se on pelkkää kuvitelmaa. Ei yhtään enempää. Pelkkää kuvitelmaa. Pilviä hipoo päähän. Pelkkää kuvitelmaa. Ei yhtään enempää. Ei yhtään enempää.